little sister Emily was very reclusive. She loved spending time alone building Legos, playing with dolls, and avoiding her peers' company. Her love for solitude did not change even after entering her teenage years. The only noticeable change was in her choice of dolls. They became more funky and weird rather than adorable and plushy. I always wanted to spend more time with her, get to know her better, and guide her through her teen years. She had always tried to push mom and dad away and never confided in anyone, not even me. But it was not like our parents had tried very hard to reach out to her. They were big shot corporate lawyers and they rarely had more than a few hours free to look after anything. That was a significant factor in our growing environment. I had always found it easier to talk to people, and by the time I was in primary school, I had met two amazing people who became my friends and support system. Emily, on the other hand, had her dolls. I would occasionally find her mumbling to herself, but I always felt like she was addressing her dolls. I was quite worried, but at the same time, I felt like it was good that she was letting her emotions out. Some other worrying aspects of her personality scared me. One of them was her amusement at seeing dead squirrels being pecked by crows. I would find the strangest things in her room, from terrifying figurines to some pencils decorated with hair. I was in high school while Emily was in middle school, and the other problem for her would have been my excellent academic records. She was no slouch herself, but there were always teachers who would tell her to be more cheerful and interactive like me. She was always bitter towards me, and after a point, I too started to let her be. Her behavior had hurt me, and I decided not to bother her unless she explicitly asked for help. She was very late from school one day, and she seemed quite happy. It had been a long time since I had last seen her smile. "Let me get a picture. It might not happen again soon, Emily," I said jokingly. She grunted at me and went upstairs. I decided not to ask what was the cause of the delay, or her rather unexpected good mood. A few days later, she asked me if there was a place where she could go for acupuncture therapy. I told her about the place, but she would have to spend her whole month's pocket money for a session. I wanted to know why she needed acupuncture, but I knew she would not tell me, so I didn't try. Instead, I followed her to the spa. She went in and was out within 6 minutes. She walked past and disappeared a bit later at the left turn. I suppose she'd seen me following her, which did not benefit our already strained relationship. I felt terrible and kept thinking if I had let her be, maybe she would have come to me more often for help. Still, I returned to the spa and asked what Emily was looking for. At first, they were reluctant to tell me, but after telling them that she was my sister, they said she came in looking to buy acupuncture needles. It was an extremely bizarre choice of souvenir, and I was not sure how to pursue the matter. So one day, I decided to sneak into her room and check if there was something strange going on. I had already justified all these activities in my mind. I was just looking out for my sister. Technically, I wasn't snooping around. I saw the creepiest looking doll on the shelf. It was made of very low quality fabric and was even punctured at different places. I was amused and thought that maybe she'd watched some Voodoo videos and was trying it out. As soon as I picked it up, Emily entered the room and screamed at me at the top of her voice. She was seething, and it was the first time I had felt scared of my little sister. The next day, I woke up with severe piercing pain in my stomach, and my hand felt numb as if they had frozen. I couldn't walk up to the bathroom without tumbling twice. I felt like I was being stabbed in the stomach by a broadsword. My parents had already left for work, and I was screaming for help to a seemingly empty house. A few moments later, the pain started diminishing. I got up and saw my sister coming down with a devilish smile. She said, "Well, look after yourself, sis. I don't think I can clean your guts." She walked past me holding an ugly Pierce doll that looked like me.